Good morning and happy Thursday. Hope you're all having a great day so far. It is first thing here for me, so I'm enjoying a coffee. Welcome to my channel if you're new. Thanks so much for stopping by. I do a little bit of planning and a whole lot of budgeting on here, all kinds of budgeting content. If that is anything that you are interested in, please consider subscribing. For those of you who have been here before, welcome back. Glad to have you. Thanks for always showing up. Today is Expense Tracking Thursday, so I am going through and looking at my spending for the last week, paying anything back from my envelopes that needs to go back to the bank or on the credit card. So let's go ahead and get into it. This actually doesn't feel like it's been a very expensive week, which is kind of cool. Well, it has been, but that's kind of a story for another time. So the first, I'm actually going to add, it's three pretty small transactions of $3.04, $3.18, and 72 cents. Those were printables that I bought from Etsy. So the total of that, so I'm just going to total, instead of rounding each of them up, I'm just totaling the whole thing. The date, I'm actually not sure when the date was, but they were Etsy purchases, probably like the 10th over that weekend. It was a credit card purchase. They were Etsy printables, and the category is my allowance. The amount was $6.94. I'll type, maybe that's where I was going to put it. Credit card purchase. And yes, I need to pay that back to the bank. The next thing that we have here was $9.13. It was for some carpet cleaning spray that will come out of a household. The amount was $8.35. Last night was like a family night at my son's school, and so my son and I went and played bingo and did the stuff, and my husband was here working on things and had the girls with him, and I get a message asking what time we were done and if I would stop at like the local, Tyson store and get some like pet carpet cleaning spray. And I was like, okay, we don't have pets. So like what happened? And apparently, I don't know what happened, but there ended up with feces on our carpet from one of my children who we are struggling to get to use the toilet for that. So carpet cleaning spray, that was not budgeted, but I do still have household money to take care of it. So $8.35 for that. It was a credit card transaction, and yes, I need to pay that back to the bank. And this actually, I think I probably made this purchase earlier. This is, it was an Amazon purchase for a phone charger. The cords that I use are just not, I don't know, they just don't work after a while. I buy the cheaper ones and then I have to replace them. So I ordered a pack of them. That is coming from my spending money. As they are for me, and I know that I have the spending money to do that, so that's just where it's going to come from. It was a credit card purchase, and I do need to pay it back. So those are, the non-cash things, or the things that we need to pay back. There's a couple things, because this is how life gets, right? So first of all, we had, like, I've written the check, but it's actually not until tonight that that it happens. It's football pictures for my son. So that's kids, and that amount was $26. So it's check. I don't need to pay that back to the bank. I'm just going to pull that out of the budget. It'll end up being just an unbudgeted kid expense. So then another, because it's always, I was going to wait and do order all the school pictures once my daughters have their picture day, which isn't until next week. But naturally, the price of his, like there's like a discount if you do it early. So if I waited after 9/12, the prices of his pictures went up. So I just ordered his. There's $44. I'm not sure. My mother-in-law is probably going to cover half of that because half of that cost was for her and her other son. And so I'll be getting reimbursed in some form for that. So right now it's just like it just came out of my checking account. I've subtracted it. I haven't even subtracted it out of this paycheck budget. I'm kind of waiting to see. I have to return a couple things for her to Walmart. She bought my kids shirts and wasn't sure on sizes, so she bought some extras. And then they got left at my house. So I have a couple things to return to Walmart that I'm hoping will go back on her account. And then she can just, Zelle me the money or whatever for her half of the school pictures. So I haven't even done anything with that because I do anticipate being reimbursed for at least half of it. I covered my mom, my $22 half covers like one picture for my mom, which would actually be half of 11. So like $650, $550. I can add $550. So I don't know if she'll pay me for that or if I'll just cover her $550. But in any case, some of that will be reimbursed to me. That 26 is coming right out of the budget. And this is probably the most fun one because I always get caught not prepared for this. And you would think I would know better. What was Monday's date? The 11th, September 11th. Okay. So this was a driver's license renewal. I think I had to renew mine last year and my husband had an extra year on his for whatever reason. They told me it's standard, but like we moved here in the same year, obviously, and renewed our licenses to reflect that change of address once we were here. And that was in 2015. And I know that ours got renewed at different, whatever. So, I guess technically that category would be transportation. But I always forget how expensive it is. And I wasn't, I was vaguely aware that my husband had to do that this month because it expires at the end of this month. This is his birthday month. But it's been 8 years since we last did that. I had no idea how much it was going to cost. And I could look back and see what mine cost because I remember thinking it was too, I wasn't expecting it to be as expensive as it was for when I got mine done last May. But his was $80 to renew his license. Did he write a check? Yeah, he wrote a check. And so I don't know yet what I'm doing with that. And the reason that I come on here and share that with you, even though I don't know what I'm doing with it, is just like, that's one of those things that I'm like, oh, I need to start an envelope for that. But like, I'm not going to start an envelope and hold on to it. He said it was good for 8 years. It would be good for 8 years because I remember thinking, oh, $10 a year. So, anyway, his was more expensive than mine. He has his CDL and he has a couple of like endorsements, I guess, on his driver's license that have a reason for it to be more expensive. But I was just like, $80. Okay. So like right now, like that check just came out of my buffer. And I need to figure out, I'll probably pull some of it from somewhere so that it's just not entirely like $80 out of my buffer, but I don't even know yet where I'm taking that from. I was kind of going to wait till the end, closer to the end of the pay period to see if there's additional money in our budget because I would typically just roll that into the project right now because that's what we're focusing on. But if there's extra, it might just cover that. So I will actually like come back and I'll make a little note here that I need to follow up, right? Like I need to figure out what I'm going to do with that $80 and where that's going to come from. So welcome to Iowa, I guess. But that is all of the spending that we have done this week. So let's jump on in to, or all of, I guess, like the non-cash spending. We did go out to eat when my brother-in-law and his wife were in town last Friday night right after we got paid, but we used like grocery money from last week because we didn't get groceries last week. So we didn't actually have, I think I'm going to have to jump in somewhere and get ones, because I don't think I have, none of these have ones in them. So hang on, let's see. Where do I know has some ones in it? Well, not that, because that doesn't have anything in it. Ooh, the kids' envelopes have ones. But anyway, so I was like, oh, awesome. $80. We'll figure it out. So anyway, we went out to eat with my brother-in-law, but we used grocery money from last week since we did not grocery shop last week. For $5. So I will take $5 out of there. Where did I take this out of? Eden's envelope? Yes. 5, 10, 15, 20. So I will take a 20 out of my daughter's envelope, and I will take $20 out of my daughter's envelope, and I will put in my 20 from my spending just to make that change there. 20, I just put 20 back in, and I took out 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Okay, so for my spending, my allowance, 7 plus 11, which is 18. So this one, these ones here that are like randomly sticky. That one, that one's going back to the bank. 16, 17, 18. Okay, so there is now 18 there from my spending. So I now have 5, 6, and 7 in my spending money, which like, I know that's not much considering there's still a week left of the pay period, but honestly, that's a pretty big deal for there to be that much money left in my spending. Okay, and the next envelope here that we are getting something out of is household, and we are rounding that up, $8.35. I'm going to round that up to 9, so I'm going to put a 10 in here and take $1 back, so I have $11 left in households. And I usually get like a big thing of laundry detergent for $20, but and I'm getting, like, I need laundry detergent, so I'm gonna have to get a smaller one to get, you know, to kind of make up for that. So that is where that goes. So I should, if I did this correctly, I would have 7 plus 9 plus 11, which is 27. And I have 10, 15, 20, 25, 26, and 27 in money that is going to go back to the bank. So that worked out there well. I have also been, they ripped the tab off of my, the last video when, or my like savings challenge video when I had Maeve's help, and then she ended up pulling the money out of envelopes in this binder. She also took the tab off of the bank envelope. So I did roll a few dollars into my challenges envelope. I'm starting to do that ahead of time. It's really like rollover. If I decide to use it on challenges, fine, but I get it out of here, so I'm not like, ooh, I can eat out with $3 extra. Like, no, I'm rolling over the money that, like, it was for church. Like, there was no donuts that day, so their $3 donut dollars went in here. Like, I know, like, we don't have another day, you know, that's definitely not getting used because that week is gone. So, and I did take $20, so we have, I'll just go through this quick. We went through, I had 7 in spending, we have 11 in households. Beauty has nothing, it got nothing this pay period. Eating out, we have 20, 40, 60, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 65. Oh, we took 15 out of it to go get ice cream for my husband and I last night. We'll get like a pint of Ben & Jerry's for each of us. So that was 15. And then I took $20 out of it today. I haven't spent it, but I am going to be on the road today. So I took out a 20 so that I can grab some food instead of packing a lunch, because I just straight up didn't pack a lunch. But there is still 65 in eating out. There is 20, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. I was like, I didn't spend $1.30. We spent 20 in drinks so far. And yeah, so that is kind of where we're at for our check-in on weekly expenses. Variable spending wise, it has not been an expensive week, which is pretty good. Okay, don't need to see my insurance card. Then, so here in I'm purposely not carrying my spending money with me because I'm not planning on spending it. My pedicure money is gone. This is the 20 that I took just from eating out to take with me today. And nothing in the random envelope. I did spend the 20 for work meals. Yesterday was our staff meeting, and we ended up going, sometimes depending if we go to like a little cafe or something, I can definitely eat for like 10, 11 bucks. We went to the Mexican restaurant in my town, and so by the time I ate my meal and tipped, I just spent my whole 20. I just gave him the 20 for everything. So that work meals 20 is gone, and I put a 20 from eating out in just so I could grab something probably at the gas station. So this is the end of our weekly check-in today. We get paid bi-weekly, obviously, so we got paid on September 8th, and so this is halfway through our pay period, what our variable spending has looked like. So anyway, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below in the comment box. And if you enjoy budgeting content, please consider subscribing and coming on back. I appreciate all of my new subscribers, and I'm hoping and working towards 500. So until next time, guys, bye.